Brian from Functional Flex. We're going to talk about figure competitions. I'm going to give you a quick overview if you've ever wondered about what it takes to compete in figure. Right at the gate, a few things I want to tell you for competition for figure is that it is not what you see on the internet. It is not all these miserable competitors that are doing all these crazy drugs and all these other crazy things, taking shots of alcohol and sodium tablets and doing all this water depletion and carb loading and it's crazy. Nobody's doing 10 hours of cardio. There's people out there doing this stuff, no doubt, but you don't need to do this to compete in figure. It can be very intimidating looking at any competition because there's a lot of bro science out there, a lot of people making shit up, and a lot of people doing stuff that was old school knowledge that has never actually been proven to do anything. A lot of the stuff you guys are seeing on the internet and hearing from different competitors and whatnot is simply dangerous. It's not even worth it. It is a waste of time and the research has never shown it to be beneficial, so why would you even risk it? So first off, it is not a big deal. It is a piece of cake actually to do a figure competition. It is just like doing a bikini competition or even a bodybuilding competition. If you prepare, you plan, and you execute everything correctly, you can roll into a nice, easy prep. You can be prep ready few weeks out from comp. No crazy peak week stuff, nothing. But let me give you the whole overview right here. We'll go by the week to week, right? So we'll start with an 8 to 12 week and we'll roll into the 4 and we'll do all that stuff and we'll look at each and every part of a figure competition. Now, figure competitions are gonna be a level up above bikini as far as muscle definition and muscle build and overall development goes. We're talking about muscle definition with some separation but not striation, right? So you don't want to be able to see muscle threads and things of that nature. Your body's got to be lean, you got to be toned, the muscle should appear firm, but you don't want to be excessively lean to the point where you're seeing veins and things like that coming through. It is not a bodybuilding competition, it is a figure competition. So the poses are going to be a bit different as well. The way that you do each pose. So you're gonna do a front pose, you're gonna do a side pose, you got a back pose to do. Now again, these poses themselves are gonna be different than the bikini poses because they're actually gonna highlight more muscularity, you're looking at more lats and shoulders and things of that nature when you're doing a figure competition. Now as far as the actual prep goes, it's gonna be about the same as basically every other type of body competition period. You're gonna have, this 8 to 12 week window of time we're gonna really prep down depending on the condition you're in. So likely you've been training throughout the year, you've done a good off season, you've built some muscles, you didn't do bulking phases because those are fucking jokes and myths, but you've built some muscles, you've been working on your proportion all year, and now you're gonna go into a comp prep phase. We're gonna start to dial that in, so this means you're gonna cut out your junk food, right? At least to some degree. You're gonna start dropping some of the bad stuff out of your diet, paying a lot more attention to your nutrition. You're gonna start training differently. You're gonna really be catering towards this end game goal now of competing in a figure competition. So you're definitely gonna be on a plan for training and nutrition both. You're gonna be following them, you're gonna be doing weekly check-ins, you're gonna be assessing your result, and you're just gonna keep adjusting things as needed as you approach competition. First thing when it comes to figure prep, you should have a coach. If you're gonna do this on your own, great, more power to you, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. It is not ever a bad idea to have a coach if you have a good coach. There are a lot of bad coaches out here, a lot of bro science coaches that will tell you to do shit you don't need to do that's dangerous. Don't get one of those. Get a good coach, get somebody who can be in your corner fighting with you, supports you 100%, customizes things for you, and teaches you how to do this stuff, and you know every single piece of why you're doing what you're doing in the gym and on this prep. Posing. For posing, you're gonna be posing throughout the entire duration, right? So if you have a coach, they're hopefully gonna pose with you. Otherwise, maybe there's a free posing seminar or something like that around you. You know other competitors that you can work on posing with, do things like that. But you need to be posing every single day. And when I say every single day, I mean it. 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes. You should be posing all the time because everybody, most competitors I will say, waste time not posing it and they pose way too much in the last few weeks before comp and they're just simply not ready. You need to get very familiar with posing so you can flow. It's just another natural movement. It's just another part of the day. It is nothing crazy, it's not confusing, it's not intimidating. You just need to do the reps. It's just like everything else in the gym. If you're gonna go into the gym to do squats and you're gonna do all the reps, you gotta do all your posing reps too, because guess what? The end result is going to be the same. You're gonna have to get yourself a competition suit, no big deal. Lots of places that do that, lots of people that do that. Angel Competition Bikini is a great place for that kind of stuff. But you can get suits everywhere. So look around at that. Make sure you get a suit that matches your hair, matches your eye color, things like that. You want to be matching. You want to have symmetry. You don't want to do crazy hairstyles and crazy hair colors and then have a suit that doesn't blend well with that. And also keep in mind that you're going to have to get probably some type of spray tan or something like that going before you get on the competition stage. So that's going to go with what your suit looks like as well. So a lot of factors that come into that. Talk to the suit specialist for those types of tacks to get the right thing for you. Now there's obviously a cosmetic side that's going to come into play. We're talking about your makeup and your hair. If you're really good at it, you can do some of that on your own. Maybe you have a friend that can do that, or you can just hire out. They got people at shows that will do that stuff for you. That's available, and that's going to be a part of the process for sure come comp day. So as you get down towards comp time, now we're 8 weeks out, let's say, you're gonna be doing pretty much the same training. You're gonna be working for these proportions, you're gonna be doing X, Y, Z. It could be a 4-day split, it could be a 6-day split, it could be a 3-day. It doesn't really matter. It's all individual to you and your lifestyle and what's producing the result. As far as your nutrition goes, you've probably been dialing that down, you've been working on it, you've been strictly, in that kind of phase of getting awareness, and now you're gonna probably wanna start cutting down. So this is also a point in time where you're gonna start thinking about doing some cardio depending on where you're at, where your physique level is, where your leanness is. All these different things are gonna come into play right here at 8 weeks out. Now, if at this point you are not getting down towards the level of leanness you wanna be, right? Hopefully you have a coach who's guiding you along this path and they're giving you feedback as well. But if you're not near that level, you need to start adding in some cardio at this point. You need to make sure that you're gonna get to that right competition level. We're not talking about doing an hour and a half of cardio every day, 5-6 days a week or anything like that. That's crazy. We're talking about doing a few HIIT sessions a week, a little bit of solid state here and there, depending on how your body responds. It's gonna be individual, but it's gonna be needed if you're not dropping the fat like you need to be. All right, you're 4 weeks out now, you're closing in on that competition, things are getting exciting. So you're training, you're gonna keep your training the same. Training should not be changing. I know a lot of people wanna say you need to do higher reps, you need to do all this. No, you don't. Keep training the same way, keep going, keep adjusting your nutrition as needed. Now, as you close into the final few weeks, you got 2 weeks, or we'll even talk. Now, as you close into peak week, guess what's gonna happen? Nothing crazy is gonna happen. You're not gonna be manipulating your water. You're not gonna be manipulating your sodium. You're not taking diuretics. You're not doing any water loading, carb loading. Forget all that stuff. By peak week, you should be comp ready. Your physique should be in tip-top shape. You're already ready to go. Game on. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna train through half the week. So you're gonna cut your training off on about Wednesday or Thursday, right? If your comp's on a Saturday. And now you're gonna focus mainly on your posing for those 3 days. You've been posing throughout this 12 to 8 week period, of course, but now you're really gonna hone in on these days and treat those like workouts. You're not gonna be training with weights. You're not gonna be doing any of that stuff. We're letting the body rest, recover, and get ready for this competition stage. Comp day, it's crazy, right? You gotta do all these crazy different things. You gotta be taking shots of salt and drinking alcohol and doing all this stuff. No, guess what? You don't. You're already ready. You've been ready. If you did your prep right for this 8 to 12 weeks, competition day is a piece of cake. It's the easiest day of the entire prep because all you gotta do is show up and compete. So here's what you do. You get up, you're gonna monitor your food for that day. You don't wanna be going out on the stage bloated, of course, so you gotta make sure you're not overeating things and getting your belly all bloated before you go out and compete. But other than that, water's not gonna change. Keep your water the same. You shouldn't fuck with it. You should not fuck with your sodium. You should not fuck with your diuretics. You should not be fucking with any of that stuff. You wanna get out on the stage, you wanna have a good time, so you gotta be in a good position and you wanna maintain health. This is one thing everybody forgets. Health is what we have before competition and after competition for the rest of our lives. It's important. We don't wanna sacrifice health for one competition day. So there's your kind of overview. You've competed, you've posed, you've done it all, you've had a good time. Now comp's over. What do you do now? Now, depending on where you were at and your calories and all that stuff, you're gonna kind of reverse diet yourself out. You're gonna start adding back in calories. You're not gonna go jump right back up to some crazy maintenance calories, add 1,000 calories into your diet or 500 calories, depending on where you were dieting down. You're not gonna add a bunch of stuff in right away. You gotta reverse out of it smart. You gotta treat your body smart, and you gotta take care of your body. And then you can go back into your training normally. You can do all these other things and keep going on the path for more competitions, or maybe you're gonna roll into an off season and get ready for the next season. So that basically sums it up for you there, ladies. Figure competition, no biggie. Don't be intimidated by it. Don't listen to the shit you hear and see. It's not the way it has to be. You can very easily, if you're already active in the gym, if you're already interested in doing that type of thing, you can jump into one of these, and it can be an easy and fun process to get there. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. Yeah, there's gonna be disciplines you gotta make, but I'm sure you're eating a certain way, and I'm sure you're training a certain way right now. So you just simply change your focus for a new goal, and that's it. And you execute, you go to work, you have a good time, you got comps under your belt, maybe you make a career out of it. You never know till you try. But I'll tell you what, you don't want to get down the line in life and wonder what if. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to get to the point where you can't compete for various reasons, life reasons, health reasons, whatever, and then wonder what would have happened if you did. So I invite you now, ladies, if you've ever thought about getting into figure, you're interested, maybe you're already doing bikini, it's time to go. It's time to get in there now. Jump in, have fun, and make some gains. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for checking out my YouTube. If you like this video, share it out, comment, and tell me what you thought. You can go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and you can check out my custom online coaching programs, including programs for figure at functionalflexfitness.net. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.